and we're growing very fast. So there's probably more positions available here right now, but we kind of put a lot of them on hold because of the COVID. So you can always go out and check on Indeed if you want to look and see what other positions are available here. But I particularly did this on my own from the facility just because my positions couldn't wait until we ramped up again. So the 3 positions that I do have available is a registered nurse. That is a licensed position. You do have to have a license through the state of Florida, and it is for a staff nurse that works full-time Monday through Friday. And she is working in pre-op and recovery, also in the OR, as well as paperwork, histories and physicals, multiple of job descriptions, different positions within the office. Then the front desk person works Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 as well. And she or he is responsible for checking in the patients, identifying them with with a bracelet, as well as verifying their consent forms, double checking with what they're here for, and making sure that all their I's are dotted and their T's are crossed and everything's as it should be when they check in. So they have a full-time position prepping the charts, filing the charts, getting them ready for surgery. They call the patients the day before. You know, it's just a multitude of things that require a very detail-oriented person. And then the third position is a PACU tech, which is somebody that works in recovery. And they help the registered nurse. They work under her direct supervision, and they are helping the patients get off of the OR bed. They sit them up in a chair. They give them something to eat and drink, review with them under the direction of the nurse about their post-op instructions. They might, the bed that they got up, they might strip that bed and get it all cleaned up and sent to pre-op for the next person that's going to go on it. And really, there's there to help the patient wake up, feel better, to be able to walk out that door. So it's a good, it's a nice position because you get to see people that come through there and they couldn't see when they came in, and they can see when they leave. So it's a very rewarding position to be able to see that. But those are the 3 positions I have currently.
Excellent. And I'm just chatting over your email address again for everyone to have.
Okay.
And we just have a few questions that you can address. And before we do that, Robin, would you like to split up the group for interviews, like a group interview for each position, or do you want to stick to the RNs? I know that we talked about that beforehand, but I have not seen any RNs immediately respond. So just wanted to best utilize your time.
Yeah, if there's no RNs, we could break out for the front desk.
Okay, for the front desk role. All right. And before we do that, can you just go over the salary range once again for each position, the PACU, the RN, and the front desk?
Yeah, the PACU starts anywhere from 10 to 13. The front desk is $13.50 to $16, and the RN starts at 25, depending on experience.
Okay, that's very good. Good to know. And I'm going to just build this breakout room right now for our front desk folks, so you can take advantage of that. And I'll just take a second to do that. And so, yeah, good question. So you would enter the breakout room after I get you assigned, and then it will give you an option to join that room. While we're doing that, Robin, can you speak to, are you guys a second chance employer at all?
I don't think so, that I know of. But I don't usually do HR, so if there's something set up through HR, I wouldn't know about it.
Give me 1 second. I know it's a little awkward waiting, but it's good that we can do this for you folks. And if you are interested in the front desk position, I'll give you one last chance to let me know. I've kind of gone back and put everybody in there that I think wants to be in there. But if you don't make it into that room, that's okay. I'm going to stay with you. I'm going to send Robin with the folks that we have. And if you are interested, then I will create another room where Robin can join you as well. So we have about 30 minutes to do this, Robin. So if you don't mind using 5 to 10 minutes with this first room, and if there are other folks that want to join afterwards, I'll create another room and I'll send you over there.
Okay.
All right. We're going to open it up. And those of you that aren't in a room, stay back with me. We'll talk for a second and you can let me know. All right. All right. So that first room has been created. The second room I will create now. And while I'm trying to figure that out, I was just going to ask those of you who are on the call, if you have been on any other of our employer session calls, and if you don't mind commenting how that was, if you just kind of raise your hand, I'll unmute your mic and get some feedback from you. We'd really appreciate that. Yes, Abigail, have you been on some other calls?
Not for you guys, but I have used Zoom before, so I'm really appreciative of the fact that you guys are offering this.
Great. Well, we appreciate you being with us. What I found in this breakout room, I needed to make that second breakout room when we first did it. So we will wait when Robin's done with the folks in that first room, and I'll just create another room and we'll go into that. But it just allows for a little more intimate setting and for her to interact directly with you. So just be patient, hang out, get a drink. We've got a few minutes that she'll be with them. And in the meantime, you can prep for that conversation.
Tristan, she needs help unmuting herself.
All right, who's that?
Jen.
All right, Jen, we'll get that. There you go. You're unmuted.
Oh, good. Thank you for that.
So can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Sure. My name is Jennifer Andijar. I have office experience, not necessarily medical, but I was an administrative assistant for a construction company where I did a lot of working one-on-one with the clients and working with invoicing and a lot of typing and proposals and that kind of thing. And right now, that ended up being like a part-time job. So I had to switch over to something completely out of that field right now. And I'm looking to get out of retail because I ended up in a retail position, which with this current situation is not what I want to be in. And I want to get back into what I really am interested in doing. And I was just always interested in helping people, and just, I feel like I'm very detail oriented and organized, and I just want to get back into that type of field.
So if I was going to call your previous employer and they was to tell me something about you, what do you think would be the first thing that they said about you?
One of the first, they would probably say, super detail oriented. Sometimes it got a little annoying to other people I was working with, but, and I think my disposition, everyone always like, oh, you're so fun, you're nice, a good person to work with. So I'd say the two things would probably be my attention to detail, which is kind of, like I said, over the top a little bit, and just probably my disposition, getting along with people, I feel
Okay.
like.
Great. Well, I'd like for you to send me your resume if you could, and then we'll go from there.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Jen, thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Let's see, next, who's this, Sandra?
Sandra, all right.
Hello, how are
Hello.
you?
Good. So tell me about
Okay.
yourself.
Okay, about myself. Well, I have 10 years experience as a CNA. Up in Indiana, I'm certified there. I'm not certified down here in Florida. And I have a bachelor's degree in healthcare administration. And I have 2 classes left for my master's in healthcare administration operations. You have a black belt, lead Six Sigma, project management certified, and also I am HIPAA certified. And as far as experience, well, I sold glasses with the optometry for about a couple of years, and the doctor got contracted out. He's contracted Ed, so they weren't going to use him anymore, so they closed down the stores.
I see.
So I did that for a while, and I volunteered at Bay Memorial in the emergency department.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm more interested in doing projects and moving up the scale. My experience is from sales and retail. I've sold window coverings, furniture, and glasses again. So I'm very good selling that. So
That's good.
yeah.
Okay. Well, I appreciate y'all coming on today. And if you could just send me your resume, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, great. And so is that everyone, Robin? Did you?
Yes. That was, I
Okay.
talked to everybody.
So what we're going to do is we're going to close this room. We're all going to get back together, and there is another room that we're going to assign, and you're going to go to them as well, and I'll be with you. And so for this, guys, thank you for being with us. We're going to close this room. We'll get back together, and it'll be your choice whether you want to stay on the call or not. But we really, really appreciate you being with us.
That's on Plantation.
Oh, okay.
Tristan, she was just asking about where's the next level. On Plantation, we're opening a Cape Coral location, and there's a location on Gateway Boulevard. So multi-location church, but you can find it. So you're welcome anytime.
Thank you.
Great job, Cindy. Thank you for covering for me. For those of you that were not in that first breakout session, if you would chat in the chat feature again to let me know if you would like to join Robin for a little more intimate conversation. I know a few of you have asked, so I'm going to assign you now.
Tristan, Todd had a question.
What's that now?
Todd has a question before we
Okay,
break out.
yep. Can you unmute his mic?
Go ahead, Todd.
Hi, Todd, you're on.
We can't hear you. Do you want to type your question and I'll ask it for you?
There we go. All right, I think I've created this room correctly. So Robin, I'm going to send you with the folks that are interested. Cindy's going to stay back with the folks on the call. And we'll be back with you in about 10 minutes.
Sorry, Todd, I'm trying to get through the chat because it's building up here, which is an exciting thing because lots of people have joined us. Let's see. Okay. Okay, the front desk position that you were asking about, I believe she said they right now have 2. Is that not correct, Tristan? Did Todd leave? For the,
Yeah,
okay.
I sent Todd to the room. Yes,
Okay.
there are 2 available right now, and that location's in Fort Myers.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Perfect. I'm gonna.
So it's not a guaranteed every week position. Typically it is Monday through Thursday, but it's not guaranteed. So if the doctors are out, then you're not working, because that's what the PRN sees as needed. It is usually from 7:30 to about 1 o'clock, depending on the caseload for the day. You leave when you're done, basically. Typically not a lunch, because there's not enough time for a lunch in there. But we do have a break in between, so you do have time to have a snack or whatever. But primarily, you're working under the direction of the RN, and she's directing you to, move the bed, discharge the bed, the patients, or whatever. So why don't we start out with Maritza, and you tell me about yourself.
Hi, Robin. I have search tech background, and also a home health aid background. So do you think this is something that would be of use for your office for the PACU position, or even the front desk position?
Maybe. I mean, you would make a little bit more money working as a scrub tech than you would for these positions, though.
Oh, I didn't know you had scrub tech position.
Well, I mean, I do have scrub techs. I don't have any open positions, but I'm just saying in a whole job scope, I mean, you should be looking for a scrub tech position if you have that history.
Yes, ma'am. I interviewed once before for a front desk position, but I didn't hear back from me. So I don't know if it just wasn't what you were looking for at the time. So I don't know if you're still interested, or should I keep looking for other jobs?
Honestly, I interview so many people, I don't remember, what the circumstances were. I usually just hire the person that's most qualified for the position, and makes the best fit for the office. So you're welcome to send your resume in to me, and I'll review it again, and we can go from there.
Yes, ma'am. I'll do that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent. And Maritza, you can upload that resume using the file function on our chat, and I can get that to Robin. Or you can use that email address that we shared earlier and send it directly to Robin.
Okay. Thank you.
How about Karen?
All right. So Karen next.
Yes.
All right. Hi, Karen.
Hi, how are you?
Excellent.
Good.
Can you tell me a little bit about yourself, Karen?
Sure. I'm actually applying for the front desk position. I currently have experience in scheduling, insurance verification, customer service, accounts receivable.
Are you working somewhere?
I'm on furlough
You're on furlough from where?
from Heartland Dental.
Okay. So is most of your experience in the dental arena?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So how fast paced is it?
Oh, it's super fast. We're a very busy office. We have 2 doctors there. It's a new office, but there's a lot going on. There's always something to do. A lot of multitasking going on.
Okay, good. Do you have any questions for me?
Do you know when you plan to start someone in this position?
As soon as I find the right one.
Okay.
Bring them on.
Okay, would you like me to, I'm sorry?
We are starting surgery back again on Monday, so I need somebody
Oh.
as soon as possible. So yeah, if you could upload your resume, that would be great.
Okay, I sure will.
Okay, thanks.
All right, thank you. Do you need us to hang on still?
I don't. I don't know how that works, Tristan.
No, Karen, you can either join another call or you can get back into kind of like the waiting room, waiting for us to finish.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Thank you for being with us, Karen.
Mhm,
Appreciate it.
thank you for having me.
You got it. Abigail next, Robin.
Yes.
Hi, Abigail.
Hello there. Thank you very much for having us.
You're welcome. So tell me a little bit about yourself, Abigail.
I spent a good portion of my work history actually working for Walt Disney World. I am a former cast member. I worked several different positions, but mostly I was in their training office. So I'm very good at learning details, picking up what's important for a company. However, over the course of the last year, I've been doing a lot of stuff here in Fort Myers. I worked as a legal assistant in an office for a short period of time, assisting a lawyer. I worked at a local tutoring center for data entry, as well as being a personal assistant there. Luckily, at the beginning of this year, I received a job for a flooring company, but unfortunately, with the coronavirus, they were forced to let me go within the last week. So I'm looking for a new direction, and I'm wanting to go ahead and figure out if maybe the medical field would be a good place for me to move in, because it's a field that's always needing new people, and I'm a fast learner, and I'm very dedicated to learning what I can about any new job.
Okay. So if you was to encounter somebody that was aggravated with whatever you were doing, whether it be customer service, how do you handle that kind of thing?
You have to make a point of trying to understand what they want. So it's not just a matter of pacifying them, it's a matter of finding out a problem and finding the solution that will work best both for them and for your organization. For instance, at Disney, there was a lot of helping people get to a location or get the information they needed. For the law office, it was being able to get questions answered quickly for either the lawyer or his clients. And we're working for File Inc. It was a matter of reaching out to our representatives and figuring out what was and was not available to sell to our clients. It's a flexible thing where you have to be able to find the best approach. And it takes a soft touch on some occasions.
That is true. Well, I appreciate you coming on here, and I'd like you to send me your resume, and I will get in touch with each of you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. I'll be sure to send it to you.
All right, Abigail, please use that email address we put in the chat, robin.fox@bettervision.net. Robin, we have one more front desk applicant who would like to be interviewed. So I'm going to unmute you, Macy. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for taking time to do this, Robin and Tristan. I really appreciate it. And Cindy as well.
No problem.
No problem. Happy to do it.
So are you
Thank
currently working?
I am not working right now. I've been struggling. So I was so grateful to find this. So thank you.
So what was your last job?
So my last job was working at a plastic surgery center. I worked at the front desk there. And then with the elective surgeries no longer taking place, that really took a toll on the office, as well as I've worked at the Brickell Riverfront Surgery Center in Miami. Was there for a while and really enjoyed it. Then I've also worked at the front desk of Blink Children's Developmental Center. We help children with autism. So I graduated from Simpson College in Iowa and worked at the children's clinic in Iowa for 1.5 years. Then I went out to Miami and worked at that surgery center and absolutely loved it. But I moved back to take care of my grandpa. And then long story short, right now I'm in Indiana. I lost my job at the plastic surgery center. So I've worked at several front offices, and my I'm looking to move to Fort Myers, currently in Sanibel right now. Um, my my boyfriend and his family all live in Sanibel and Fort Myers, and he's a pilot. So he's constantly traveling. So I'm looking in the Fort Myers and even Naples area. So I heard you mention that there may be an opening in the Naples office when you can start that.
Yeah, it probably won't be until like December for that position.
Okay. Okay.
But I mean, if there was, you know, if we hired you here and then you ended up living in Naples, it might be something where we could transfer you down there. You know,
Okay.
it's a big company, so there's always room for growth in this company. You know, you can start at the front desk, and you can end up being in charge of a department, depending on how you apply yourself and what you really want to do. Some of the front desk people end up being scrub techs, or they might move into a medical assisting position. Or, you know, when I first started out, I started in a front desk position, and I left this company billing a director, because it's all in what you put into it. And this company has that same mentality, that you are what you put into your position. And I feel like there's room for growth.
I really love the idea of the PACU tech as well. I worked in a memory care unit while I was in college and absolutely loved taking care of the patients with dementia. So just the comment that you made with how after their surgery, it's like so exciting that they can see.
Right.
I would absolutely love that. That would be really, really fun. So I hope that I went ahead and emailed my resume. So I'm hoping that comes through.
What was your name? I don't see you on my screen.
Oh, that's okay. Macy Logan. It's Macy. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you getting on here. When will you be back?
So I will be back next week. I had to come back because I'm leaving my apartment in Indiana.
Okay.
So my lease was going to be up in June, and I'm just packing up and getting all my things gathered to come out to Fort Myers. So I'm very excited, but also kind of nervous because, as you know, times are really tough. And
Right.
I've even taken my resume last week to several places, and they've all told me that times are so rough right now
Not
that
hiring. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people, most people have hiring freezes going on right now, but you know, fortunately for us, as busy as we are, we can't afford to not have the amount of help that we need. So I'm definitely looking for somebody. So I will be in touch. Thank you for getting on.
Thank you so much, Robin. I hope you have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Appreciate you all being with us today. I'm going to close this room. We're going to get back to the main session and check in with the folks there. But again, thank you. Thank you for being with us.
Yeah, thank you.
Great, Tristan, I'm going to hand it over to you.
Hi, Cindy. Great job. Thank you so much. Keeping everybody going here. We don't. I don't think we have time for another breakout unless Robin, you think we can do it? Oh, she hasn't. Robin, you're back, right? Okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
Do you think we could do one more breakout room? If we could do it in like 5 minutes?
How many people do you have?
Do we have anyone else interested?
I also have somebody waiting here to see me. So maybe if they just want to send me their resume, I will review it.
Okay, that would be great. And they can do that. I'm going to just put this in the chat here for everyone. Please send your resume to Miss Robin at Better Vision. So it's robin.fox@bettervision.net. And they are hiring right now in, you said Fort Myers, is that correct?
Yes.
And then in future, potentially Naples, is like December, I think is what you were talking
Yes. Mm-hmm.
about. Okay.
But go on Indeed, because we always have our clinics always hiring. We're just growing so fast that we can't keep enough employees. So if you're looking for something else or just an opening. They do entry-level positions over there. So there's always something available. You might not find something on Indeed right now just because of the hiring freeze, but probably in the next month that'll open up and we'll be hiring again.
And so for our folks on the call, can you just do a brief summary of the positions available, and then we will again provide your contact information before you go so we can take advantage of this last couple minutes.
Okay, so I do have the RN position, which is a registered nurse position. It does require a license in the state of Florida. I don't believe there was anybody on here that was that fit that position. But then I have the front desk position, which is a Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and you're prepping the charts for the next day, calling the patients for the next day. You're actually checking in the patients and verifying all their information with them before they go back to surgery. And then the PACU tech position is where you're actually working with the patients one-on-one as they come out from recovering for surgery. And you're, helping with them to be able to walk out the door. So that's all I got.
Awesome. Well, thank you for being with us today, Robin. We really, really appreciate that.
Thank you.
And thank you all for joining us for this session. And we do hope and pray that you are hired through this event or very soon. And Robin, thank you for your time, especially being able to share with us and to meet with those in the breakout room. I think just a couple last questions for you. If someone were to get hired, go through the process with you, Robin, what would be the estimated start date?
Probably for this position, I would say it would probably be in about a week. Because I do require a drug screen, so they would have to go through a drug screen. And then after the drug screen, once we got that, we would, I would think probably about a week from Monday.
Okay, that's good. And the hours associated with those roles?
The hours for the front desk is 8 to 5, and the hours for the PACU tech typically is Monday through Thursday, 7:30 to about 1, but that varies every week because it is a part-time position and it's based on the hours that we have need.
All right, that sounds great. Any other questions for Robin before we let her go? All right, very good. Well, we really, really appreciate you all joining us. Best resources for you, bettertogetherus.org. That is best that we can give you for job seeker information today. Thank you so much to Cindy being on the call as our guest facilitator. You've done amazing. Thank you for answering so many questions for folks. And Robin, as the employer host, you're amazing, flexible, really willing to meet with folks. And so we really, really appreciate you joining us today.
Thank you very much. Thank you for all joining.
All right. Thank you all. And we will certainly look forward to seeing you soon.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah.